what was it? I saw Brave New Worlds not that long ago, and my opinion on the show was like, if Brave New Worlds could stop being bad, it would be super good.
If it wasn't bad, it would be good.
And on that
only
note,
the hottest.
And then they killed Himmer, and I was like,
whoa.
Oh wait! Oh, fuck!
Whoa! We're just casually spoiling Star Trek: Brave New Worlds.
I wasn't
at the beginning of this recorded video.
Is it actually recording?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh God, no! They didn't kill him, or he's still alive. I lied. That was my fanfic.
We've never killed him. That was in Minecraft.
Yeah, and then the Borg showed up.
He's fucking dead.
Yeah, we're 100% on above Borg. We're 100% above Borg.
Daddy's never coming back. Holy shit. Oh my God. That was the funniest thing that could have happened at the beginning of a video that I don't have to cut. Hello. We're doing a video. Random Internet Guys here again.
Is this our Roundup?
It is.
Good.
Wait. Are you saying this is a Monsanto themed video because it's a Roundup? Is this sponsored by Monsanto because it's a Roundup?
I don't get these jokes, but I assume that they're very funny.
Yeah. We're sponsored by Monsanto. The check cleared. This house is very lovely.
The check cleared and other things that happened.
Now it's kickbacks from major corporations.
The check cleared and other things that happened in the pole vault at the Olympics.
So you want
Yeah.
So Tom, to explain, there's a corporation called Monsanto. It produces a product called Roundup, which is a highly controversial weed killer.
You know, I've been described as a controversial weed killer.
Oh!
It's just for different reasons.
Just for different reasons.
Okay, what we're doing here?
Why are we here? Why are we here? What are we doing, Tom?
We're talking about secret identities in A Song of Ice and Fire. I have here a list of all of the secret identities that I could think of and find, and we are going to do a roundup of them. And we're going to arrange it sort of in a similar fashion to our Jon Snow's real name video, where we'll try to keep the ones that are saner toward the middle and sort of make it a little crazier on the fringes.
Okay.
Before we begin, I would like to ask you guys, how many things are on my list?
I'm gonna go. You know what? I will let the notorious RIG go first here.
38. That's my guess. 38.
It's roughly about where I was at. I'm gonna lowball it then. I'm gonna go 24.
Team, I have 44 pieces on my list.
Oof.
And I tried not to repeat individuals. So if one person has more than one secret identity, they count as one. And I tried to stay away from parentage things that aren't being intentionally concealed. So Tyrion Targaryen is not on this list and would not be on this list unless someone in the series was actively concealing that.
So what we could say is, young Griff being a young Grift is on this list.
Absolutely. We're going to make this an 11-point font, I think. We're going to go with young Griff.
And also Griff.
Yeah, I was going to say we got to have my man JC, the John Con.
We're going to say Aegon the Sixth is claiming to be is claiming to be young Griff. We'll put that.
It might even be further than that.
Oh, would you like to elaborate?
Yeah, and that he might not just be he might not be Aegon the Sixth Targaryen. He might be Aegon the First Blackfyre.
Aegon Blackfyre is claiming to be Aegon the Sixth, who is claiming to be young Griff.
But he also might be Illyrio Jr. the Nothing, claiming to be Aegon Blackfire, claiming to be Aegon the Fourth Targaryen, claiming to be young Griff. Is that there?
I love this game so much. I don't have that, but we can talk about it later. Zach, you mentioned Griff.
As a wise man once said, let me see if I can get the exact quote. Hold on. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. From the brilliant film Tropic Thunder. Sorry.
I haven't seen Tropic Thunder, but I am very confident that's true. That reference was really funny. And everyone in the comments, my God, they're already typing their response. Anyone who thought that was funny, please copy the entirety of the United States Bill of Rights and put it in the comments. John Connington is claiming to be Griff in a related sort of thing. This is also near the center. What else we got here, team?
What about Tyrion? Do we get one for a YOLO? Can we YOLO?
Oh, is he also Hugor?
I forgot about YOLO.
There's a Hugor too. I mean, like Tyrion, we can get quite a few out of Tyrion, but I like to YOLO personally. So
Tyrion is claiming to be Hugor, and is also claiming to be YULLO. I forgot about yellow.
I don't know how they spell it, but yeah, he's got several identities on the table there.
Identities nuts. Anyway. Yeah, keep it going, keep it rolling. That's Tyrion. That was number 16 on my list.
So what about faceless shit? Like, does Arya's faceless shit count? I mean, like, is she impersonating the ugly little girl, or because she put face on?
Arya the cat of is pretending to be the cat of the canals on here?
That's a ding
cat of
for
canals for sure. Cat of canals for sure.
Arya is claiming to be cat of the canals and
the ghost in Harrenhal.
The ghost at Harrenhal and
Weasel
and
Ari.
Hold on, and Ari and hold on. We're gonna try to make this work. Weasel. I'm not confident in the format that I've chosen, but that's fine. What else?
We can do ones on top of it though, right?
Let me think. We totally can. Boop.
Okay. Ari, Weasel, Cat of the Canals, Ghost in Harrenhal. Like I said, if her faces count, the ugly little girls one. But she's also who is she now? She's someone new and she works for the Mummers. What the hell is her new name? She is Mercy.
Mercy. She is Mercy.
There we go, Mercy.
I have two more on my list.
Okay. She's Mercy.
One of them is real niche though. Oh, I guess I have three more on my list, but two of them are really niche. I'm not gonna put them on because they're that niche.
Gosh, yeah, I'm trying to think of all the ones she tells the kindly man, and I'm honestly spacing on a couple.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you so we can move the video on.
All right, yeah. What are the ones I'm missing?
Blind Beth.
Blind Beth. Okay, there we go. We got a Blind Beth in there.
She also goes by Nymeria or Nan for short. While she's
Nan. That was the other one I was thinking of was Nan. I knew it matched someone at Winterfell's name, and I just couldn't remember who the fuck it was. Blind Beth, oysters and cockles and clams.
Oysters, clams, and cockles. Yep.
Clams and cockles.
she also goes by Salty. She goes by Salty when she's on
Salty
from
from Salt Pans. Yeah.
Salty from Salt Pans. There we go.
Wow. Okay.
I kind of like this format so far, by the way.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's kind of fun. Ponder.
So what about Sansa then? What about Sansa with Elaine?
Oh, for sure. Oh my god.
Sansa's Elaine.
I'm gonna give this a little bit of an underline just to give us a little bit of color here. Yes. Sansa is pretending to be Elaine. Absolutely.
All right, let me think
sure,
here. Other secret identities. Oh, we got Sorella Sand.
LRS.
Oh yes.
If you believe, if you believe there's enough evidence for that, Sorella Sand is Alaras. I think it's pretty easy to pin down. But
I'm so glad you brought this up, because this is actually a backdoor to the follow-up on my Sorella Greyjoy video. Sorella is pretending to be Alaras, but there's a step behind that. Rhaenys Targaryen is pretending to be Sorella, who is pretending to be Alaras.
what?
Yeah.
Old school theory.
We're gonna put that
For
on
what it's
halfway.
worth, I'm not sold on it, but Tom sure is.
I am.
And I also respect it a lot.
Rhaenys Targaryen. Rhaenys Targaryen. You say the baby that was in the girl that was in the room that supposedly got stabbed by Lorch.
Correct.
That is wildly fascinating, and I would almost buy into it if Alaras didn't look so much like a Summer Islander.
Now see, here's the rub. I've done extensive research on this theory in particular out of spite.
Okay.
So yes, and I should note that I once owned a horse.
I once owned a horse, a beautiful stallion. Anyway, okay.
So
listen,
what about
Priscilla
and
No, I'm gonna defend this because.
Oh, okay. We're gonna theory battle. All right, well, let's do it.
I'm gonna defend this because mostly because the evidence for this theory takes place in two of my favorite chapters. In the prologue of Feast with Pate the Pig Boy, and the last chapter of Feast where Sam meets Marwyn. Super cool chapters. In the first chapter, it's from Pate's perspective. Pate describes Alaras as looking like a Summer Islander. But in the last chapter, in Sam's chapter, he never describes her like that. We get physical descriptions about Alaras from Sam's perspective, and Sam does not describe her as having dark skin, but rather describes her as being nut brown, describes her as being tan. It would be interesting for Sam to not make that connection, considering he literally just got off of a boat captained by Summer Islanders.
Part of that would maybe just be chalk that up to George R. Martin's bad writing, but also I remember
no.
Alaras.
I will die. No, I'm not done with the theory. I will die on this hill.
So, Tom, can I back up here?
I will die on this hill.
Pate, not the pig boy, has never met anybody who wasn't a pale ass person from the Reach before.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, exactly. Meanwhile, Sam just was hanging around with a ton of people from Summer Island.
So I would counter that with the fact that the Maesters commonly buy Summer Islander books. Old Town is a port. It's also close to Dorne, and there must be Maesters that come from Dorne, which opens us up to a wide variety of skin tones that aren't available in the Reach. So I'm like, I don't know about Pate having never seen no one from the Summer Island. That's a little stretch for me.
Because it depends on where Pate grew up.
He's stupid enough to eat
much of his life there, though.
He's dumb enough to eat a poisoned coin. Okay.
Biting coins is also what you do, and supposedly he's been wound up, like he's been wound to breaking point with desire to get this to work. He's on his last leg to make this plan happen. Because he's so tripped out about Rosie. He's all wild, up with fantasy.
So I have one more piece for this, okay?
Okay.
I'm unironically in support of this theory because of George Martin's attention to detail in his writing sometimes. Sam describes Alaras as nut brown. I downloaded the PDFs for all of the books. The only other time that the phrase and please, in the comments, if you find an exception, please put it there. I love it.
It's at the Water Gardens where they're talking about Oberyn, right?
Exactly correct. That is the only other time. It's when Doran is looking out at the
Doran, yeah, sorry, Doran. Yeah, Doran
yes.
out in the water garden.
So I contend that Alaras does not look Summer Islander. Alaras looks Dornish, and Pate is just racist.
Looks Roynish, yeah, has that
He's
coastal.
racist.
Pate is just racist.
So if this theory were a ladder, I wouldn't stand on it, but I would watch you stand on it from a distance.
This
I
is
will
kind
say.
of you. and of course, let's not forget that Alaras is described as looking exactly like Oberyn. All the Sand Snakes look a lot like Oberyn, which would make sense.
Which is weird because they're all adopted.
Which would make sense because Rhaenys was his niece. It's his sister's son. Elia Martell, of course.
But that's the thing is, I think you're forgetting. I mean, like, not that Rhaenys wouldn't have had, because the Martells are Roynish, Dornish, so they are of the darker skin, they are of the nut brown skin in heritage, but also there's that Targaryen mix in there too. So I kind of wonder, like, what about the silver hair, the purple eyes? I mean, like,
you go talk to Jon Snow and you ask him about the silver hair and purple eyes.
Jon Snow is not a Targaryen. That's the hill. That's the hill I'll die on. Like you have your crazy hill. My crazy hill is that Dany's Rhaegar's kid, because there's the most basic evidence for this is that Jon never has any dreams about Rhaegar. Ned never thinks about Jon or tries to fight for Jon or does anything or associates Jon with the promise. Everything about the fever dream and Ned Stark and his whole encounters in King's Landing is about Daenerys. Daenerys has the dreams about Rhaegar, and if the order of births was right for 3 heads of the dragon, it would have gone girl, boy, girl. Oh, Daenerys is the actual Targaryen daughter. Like, I could go on forever. There's a million points. I don't even know if George R. R. Martin was intending for it to be that way, but it just lines up better for Daenerys. Like, Jon Snow may actually be a Targaryen. That doesn't make any fucking sense by comparison to Daenerys being Rhaegar's daughter. You know, like, I never bought into the Jon Snow thing. Jon Snow is the true Lord of Winterfell. That's because he's Brandon Stark's only son. He's not true born. He's a bastard born out of wedlock with Chardane, but he's Brandon's only kid. Meaning that he actually, and that's why the Stark Kings tell him not to go down there, because he's getting false messages, but he is a Stark.
Oh my God, you're on the Brandon is John's dad crazy train? That's so good.
Man.
No, that's
hey,
one of the wild.
Forcefully throwing things back to the rails here.
I think it makes a better story.
Oh my God,
Can I forcefully throw things back to the rails here?
Please.
We can ask Ashara herself, because she's still alive, as old Nan.
Oh my God.
Actually, she's still alive as Quaithe is usually what people
Quaithe. Yeah. That one I'm not quite so sure about, but I do like it. It is fun.
Ashara Dane is pretending to be Quaithe. I'm gonna put that pretty far toward the outside, okay?
Listen, there's a vein of the Preston Jacobs wildness where I think he got it right, even if it's wrong. It makes a better story.
That's visible on the recording. It's fine.
Tyrek Lannister is pretending to be
Oh my God.
Aerys Oakheart.
Tyrek Lannister is pretending to be a horse who is pretending to be Aerys Oakheart.
Is Tyrek Aerys? That can't be real, right?
There's
real
two of them.
The other dumb shit we said.
Like Tyrek is a horse. I've heard that one before as a off the Glidus video. But I never heard that he was Aerys Oakheart.
You never see Tyrek Lannister and Aerys Oakheart in the same place.
All right,
and they both leave at the same time.
Let's go with an incredibly disagreeable one. A Dario is Euron.
Oh my God, yes.
Just classic.
Dario is pretend. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, it would be Euron is pretending to be Dario, and I'm gonna go.
Is pretending to be the Corsair King. Is pretending to be the Shrouded Lord.
Urathon.
Yeah, there you go. And Urathon Nightwalker. There you go. That's the direction we should be going. We should be going more Urathon Nightwalker. I want more of that.
Euron is pretending to be the Dusky Woman.
Euron is the Dusky Woman. Exactly. Yeah, he's all dusky.
Right, of course. Is pretending to be the Dusky Woman.
And I think that the Forsaken chapter does not contradict that shifty eyes back and forth. I definitely think that the Forsaken chapter does not conflict with the the theory.
Oh my god. Since we're smoking some fat theories here, how about Marwyn Brightflame?
Okay, there you go.
Is pretending to be Maester Marwyn. This is an interesting one. I'm gonna put it on because like he is concealing his identity, right? It's not a secret identity, but it is concealed through this sort of anonymity.
He's not telling everybody his Valyrian ancestry, Targaryen ancestry.
Yeah,
yes.
He's not going around advertising it.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Howland Reed is pretending to be Sir Cedric.
Fucking
Cedric.
how?
What? That's the theory?
I've heard that one before. That's
Holy fucking shit, Sir Shadrach! I like Sir Shadrach. He's deaf, not Howland Reed. Not that I hate Howland Reed or anything, but like that. What? That's so wild.
Howland Reed's going to do collect Ned's kids.
Yeah, High Sparrow. I've heard that one before. That's definitely a reach, a reach around to get to that.
This theory is off the rails. This video is. Oh my god. Okay, how about we pull it back?
How about we do some real ones here?
Main vehicle. I thought this vehicle was tracked all terrain.
Yeah. How about we do one or two that are actually in the series?
How about we talk about Varys' secret identity?
Sure.
Yeah, Rugen.
Varys is pretending to be Rugen. That's the only one I have. I know there's others.
There's several others. Yeah.
What else did we? Yeah, could we see him dressed as Rugen through Arya's eyes once when she's spying on him and Illyrio?
Yeah. One we talked about in the there's like 4 people pretending to be the Hound right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Lemon Cloak. Yeah, Lemon Cloak, and then Rorge.
Lemon Cloak. Oh, and I guess we can do that this way: is pretending to be the Hound.
So, technically speaking, the entirety of the Brotherhood without banners is pretending to be Beric Dondarrion.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, with the whole I am spreading it.
They're all pretending to be Beric. They take turns.
Lemon Coke is pretending to be the Hound, who is being pretended to be by Roge. Yeah. This is a fun video.
So does Tormund count? Are all his names identities? Is like Hornblower an identity?
I would say that none of them is being used for concealment or stealth in any way. So
no, nothing.
While they are interesting, we're not putting them on this one.
Okay. All right.
Tormund disguises himself as somebody with a small member, so he can surprise people.
Never knew a god to have a pecker that small.
Fucking what do they call Stranger on the Quiet Isle?
Yeah, Sandra Clegane is pretending to be the Gravedigger.
Yeah.
No, but it's his horse. They have a new name for horse for Stranger. They call Stranger something different. Stranger is being disguised as a different name. Stranger has a secret identity.
I don't know. Can someone please find it, because that's not on my list.
Yeah, I could swear. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being a jackass.
I think you're right. And
the horse with a secret identity.
He has a mean personality from a mean rider or something like that. Okay, what else you guys got? There's plenty more.
I'm looking at this horse really quick. You got me all horsed up.
Euron Greyjoy is pretending to be Reek.
Correct.
They call him Driftwood.
Not voluntarily.
They call him Driftwood to avoid blasphemy. Yeah, Stranger is pretending to be Driftwood.
Stranger is pretending to be driftwood.
When people say, why are there so many secret identity theories? That's because in A Song of Ice and Fire, even horses have secret identities.
Yeah, even horses, even that one goes right up close. Like that one's confirmed. We know that even that the Gravedigger's not Sandor. That horse is Stranger.
Oh, you're right. This one, we'll put it right there. That's fine.
No, it's
I know. We're gonna run out of space real fast in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. What other ones? What other ones are there?
Theon is Reek, and
Ramsay was also Reek at one point. I don't know if that counts.
Ramsay was also Reek at one point.
Ramsay pretends to be Reek. Oh, I guess we should do it this way, huh? Identity is such a central theme in these books, and I find this all really interesting.
So then we got Jane Poole as fake Arya.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is it spelled like this?
I couldn't tell you.
Jane Poole is pretending to be Arya.
Spelling is not my forte outside of the world of Ice and Fire. It's definitely not my forte within the world of Ice and Fire. I usually assume people will know the characters I'm talking about because they'll pronounce the misspelled word phonetically. They'll be like, Urathon. Oh, okay. That's what you meant to say.
All right. Theon. We got Ramsay. I got so many more, you guys.
All right.
Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling.
Let me think here. What other ones do we got?
Oh, we got Dario. We got Sansa. Perfect.
Is Stoneheart's not? I guess Stoneheart is a secret identity.
Yeah.
Because Bran didn't recognize her.
Yeah.
Bran didn't know who it was right away. She's just known as the Stoneheart or Lady Stoneheart.
Catelyn is pretending to be Lady Stoneheart. And we'll put that. I don't know. We'll put it down here. It's fine. Perfect.
And Ned is pretending to be a pile of bones.
Correct.
Is Peter Baelish ever used a secret identity, I wonder?
Not that anyone's ever pointed out that I could find. I mean, he may have one that no one's ever noticed, but I've never found like a forum or a video about a secret identity that he puts on.
Agreed. Not that I could. I did try to find one, but not that I could find while looking for one.
Personally, I don't think he does that because I think that Littlefinger is like he's called Peter and Littlefinger alternatively at different times, and I think that is intentionally to a reference of dual personality. Like, I think that Littlefinger is like the monster that was born of Pattaya Baelish, being all crazy.
God, don't say Pattaya. All I can
Peter,
think about is the sex scene.
I interchange them all the time. I'm like Peter Pattaya, potato, Peter Pattaya.
Peter Pattaya.
Anyhow, so, God, yeah. Who else is a secret person?
What can I put next to Sandor?
The Hound. Oh wait. Because Lim and Cloak and Sandor are also they're all the Hound technically.
There's a lot of the Hounds going on. You know what?
Yeah, many people have dressed the Hound.
I'll break out my pen because there's going to be a lot of like weird interwoven connections here. So we'll give this one like a.
So, what about we're talking about faceless shit? What about Jaqen H'ghar?
Absolutely, Jaqen's on my list.
Jaqen H'ghar, like he's Jaqen H'ghar, but he's also the hook-nosed man. He's also the alchemist.
Hold on here a second. Yes, JAQENH'Ghar. God forbid it be easy. Is pretending to be the.
That's one I can never spell right.
And
the alchemist.
Sugar.
Oh no! Oh no!
H''Ghar is pretending to be the alchemist. Who else is Jaqen H'ghar pretending to be?
It's a good question.
That is a good question. Pate!
Oh, Jaqen H'ghar is pretending to be the alchemist who is pretending to be Pate.
Pate.
We'll say Pate the Acolyte because it looks better.
Yeah, Pate the Acolyte. There we go. Yeah. That's also he definitely is Pate the Acolyte at this point.
Yes.
You ever hear the Jaqen Assyrio theory?
Yes, I have. That is on my list.
Oh my gosh! Now that one, I don't know if I subscribe to.
We're gonna put this down.
I don't know
here.
either.
We're gonna put it down here
It's pretty common though.
because
Yeah,
actually,
I've heard that. I have heard that one a lot though. I've heard the idea that Syria was there the whole time. You know.
We're gonna
is
put
like,
it away from the middle because actually none of this is confirmed.
well, I mean, it's confirmed. It's confirmed that he's the alchemist. Jaqen H'ghar is confirmed the alchemist.
No,
We don't know who Jaqen H'ghar is, but we know
No.
he's.
Jaqen H'ghar, one of Jaqen H'ghar's personas, shares a very similar description to the alchemist.
Oh, he's the alchemist.
And now I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that is not confirmed as yet.
It's as confirmed as it is him being Jaqen H'ghar.
Fine.
No.
Fine.
Let me think here. Well, what's another identity twisting one here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other people who have. We don't know who the Tattered Prince or the Pretty Maris or any of those people originally were, so I can't really cite them, can I? Oh, the Tattered Prince. Oh, never mind. The Tattered Prince.
The Tattered Prince is Rhaegar Targaryen.
There's a handful. There's a handful.
Gosh,
that I'm putting,
that's wild as hell too. That's like a Rhaegar's Mance theory.
There's a handful that I'm putting in the corners that are secret identities that we don't know the
Who they actually.
Of. Yes.
Their real
Yes.
person.
We know that they are.
Septa Lemore should go there too.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Lemore, there we go. Septa
There's
Lemore.
a couple more if anybody wants.
But
to.
also Quaithe. Quaithe is like another one from that category.
She's
right?
already down here somewhere.
Oh, okay, yeah. We already did Quaithe. Sorry, my brain's.
Yep.
My brain's
Lemore's
rotted.
up there. Anybody else up there? We meet an individual in Winterfell who shares a similar description.
It's the Blackberry Man.
The Blackberry? I didn't think about the Blackberry Man. Sure. The Blackberry Man. I love the Blackberry Man.
Who is the Blackberry? Who is the Blackberry Man? This is something I'm totally unaware of.
I was looking for. This was during our Benjen Stark duel. I was looking for evidence for a theory in which we posit that Benjen Stark has built like a winter garden somewhere north of the wall. So I was looking for all of the instances where winter gardens appear. There's greenhouses all over Winterfell, and Bran at one point visits the Winterfell glass gardens and is gifted a blackberry by someone that we never meet and never hear from again, and that frightens me.
Yeah.
And that's Benjen Stark. I was going to say, Cold Hands though. Cold Hands is an identity that we don't know who he actually was.
For completion's sake, the other theory of where Benjen Stark went in that video was that he married another. This is going to combine into one singular theory where Benjen Stark is living on a farm with his wife. It's a happy ending for him.
The name we went with was Benjen Stark's other woman.
That's interesting. That's a very interesting theory. Benjen Stark going off to live a normal farmer's life.
Man, I forgot about the Blackberry Man, and I kind of forgot how creepy that whole business is.
Yeah.
We'll come back to the Blackberry Man some other time. Who else is in Winterfell? In Theon's plot? Someone that we don't know.
Mance.
Yeah, Mance says.
Who is the Blackberry Man?
Yeah. Mance is the Blackberry Man. That's a good.
No,
It's actually
but also
it's actually the smartest answer.
Also, all the Spear Wives are also there with false identity. So there's all the Spear Wives. I don't remember all of them. There's like Squirrel and there's a couple other ones.
One more up in the north. Theon.
There's the baby swap, right? There's
the baby
monster.
Swap. Absolutely, there's the baby swap.
Monster, and what's Mance's baby's name?
Monster is pretending to be Aemon Steelsong, who is.
Oh, okay. So Aemon Steelsong is Mance's baby.
Monster is pretending to be Aemon Steelsong, who is pretending to be Monster.
Yeah.
That's very near the center.
Here we go.
I should put these ones a bit closer.
Oh no!
It's fine. It's fine.
Holes in the background.
Don't pay attention to that.
I'm paying all the attention.
Look, it's gone.
But it was there.
You guys are you guys continuing to take shots? Anything from the Dunk and Egg novellas?
Oh, the second Blackfire quote unquote rebellion. It's the Fiddler, right?
Daemon the
Sure.
Second
Yeah.
is pretending to be John the Fiddler.
I didn't even think about the Dunk and Egg ones.
And just for completion's sake, Aegon is pretending to be Egg.
Yeah, Aegon and Egg.
Aegon the Fifth. We can have a discussion about whether that's a secret identity or whether everyone is just like choosing not to ask. My list is nowhere near empty.
Wow.
Your list is
I'm running out of guesses, to be honest. All right. Well, who else we got?
That's what I'm talking about. This video is dedicated to everyone who says, "Why are there so many secret identity theories?" Because there's so many secret identities.
yes. Identity is such a huge theme of the book. So
The Hooded Man. We don't know who
that's the one I was driving at.
Yeah, we don't know who the Hooded Man is, but there is a Hooded Man.
it could be Theon.
I've heard one of the Glovers is a possibility. I don't know if I like that one as much. I've heard Glovers. Yeah.
Yeah, the Hooded Man.
What we got going on?
Do we
have other secret people in the north?
I don't believe I have any more in the north on my list. I do have someone in King's Landing.
Okay.
Which should go right here, just below Sandor.
Robert Strong.
Yeah, Robert Strong. Robert Strong. Gregor the Clegane.
Gregor Clegane is pretending to be Robert Strong. Absolutely correct. And I'm just gonna draw. Hold on. I'm just gonna draw a little bit of a connection here, right? Because for people who are continuing to doubt Clegane, well,
it's fucking confirmed.
These things are very similar thematically. This is a zombie, and this is a person who puts zombies in the ground.
He's gonna put them in the ground one more time.
What about
Got one more grave to dig.
Garland Tyrell and Renly's ghost?
Absolutely correct.
Oh yes.
Garland Tyrell? Is it spelled without a D? Garland Tyrell is pretending to be Renly.
Let's go.
What about
Spirit of Renly?
Sheer Seastar.
Oh, there you go.
Sheer Seastar, I've heard, proposed for Quaithe, Old Nan, and Melisandre, which are some weird ones.
Yeah, I've heard similar ones. I've definitely heard Sheer Seastar's Melisandre before.
Also, currently, Bloodraven is pretending to be a tree.
That is correct. Bloodraven is pretending to be the three. We're gonna say
potentially. We don't know, but potentially he's pretending to be the three-eyed crow.
We know he's pretending to be the last Green Seer. We don't know exactly if he's pretending to be the three-eyed crow. However, he also pretended to be someone else. Anybody?
Is this from the Dunk and Egg novels?
Yeah.
He pretended to be Ossifer Plum.
Maynard, yeah.
Maynard, not Ossifer, yeah. Who's Ossifer? Is Ossifer the one that Brown Ben speaks of?
I'm not drunk Ossifer.
Well, yes, Maynard plum. Yeah, you're right. It was a different plum. I was wrong.
But you are, I believe you.
Everyone's right. I never read the books. I don't even know my fucking plums. Look at me. I'm an embarrassment to Ice and Fire Fairdom.
My God, you wouldn't know a man's from a Maynard.
I can't even get my plums straight.
Someone mentioned Marcella a while ago.
Oh yeah, and Rosamund.
Rosamund's
pretending to be Marcella.
Rosamund is pretending to be Marcella, and there is a certain amount of discussion about whether
Marcella is pretending to be Rosamund.
Yes, but we'll leave it there for the moment. You can go in here, and then we'll give me my pen, and then we'll draw a little bit of a backwards on it. Shoot. Let's see. What else do I want to draw connections between here? Let's see. We can do one of these. Shoot. Let's see. Do we have anyone who's pretending to be the Ted?
Ashara Dane has often been associated with Septa Lemore. That's like a really common one.
There's other possibilities too. It's
Yeah.
just that people jump straight for Ashara because she died in such a way that makes it seem like she didn't. Body never found.
After having a kid.
Yes.
There we go. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Blind Beth, there's his Rugen, got all the Reeks, got all the Tyrions, yep. Mance pretends to be somebody.
He pretends to be Rattleshirt.
He does pretend to be Rattleshirt.
Yeah.
It's happening again. There's holes in the thing.
And very politely, Mance pretends to be Rattleshirt, who pretends to be Mance. Rattleshirt wasn't pleased about it, but that did happen.
Yeah. He wasn't pleased about it. That's true. Yeah, he was not pleased. He was not pleased about that. Not at all.
That's Robert Strong gone. Does anybody remember any of the secret identities of Quentin Martell? I only remembered one.
And then they trade places, being the wine merchant, which is just a generic identity. But he doesn't like doing it. He makes not Dre. Is it Dre? No, that's not Dre. What the fuck's the blood? Drink water. Garrus drink water. He makes Garrus drink water do it after a while. But they pretend to be Frog and the wine merchant. And is there another one?
I don't know.
A corpse pretends to be Quentin, and Quentin pretends to be Frog. Wait, I think with the way we've been setting this up, we have to do it this way. A corpse is pretending to be Quentin.
A corpse. Just a corpse.
We can move this one toward the outside.
I mean, if we wanted to get technical with a corpse was also the Butcher King.
Pardon me?
They strap a dead person to the horse and make it pretend to be the Butcher King.
Oh my God!
I don't actually know if it was his corpse or not. It may have been, but if we're doing a corpse, then I think a corpse deserves credit for his role as the Butcher King.
Yeah, we'll put the Butcher King up in that sort of area, because you're right. In a really cool piece of battlefield deception, they dress somebody up. They dress, I think it is the Butcher King, the dead Butcher King, up in his armor and strap him to the horse so it looks like he's leading.
Let me think. What else? What is doing? So I guess maybe it's not like a secret identity. I was going to be like, I was going to question if Mokoro was actually Mokoro's real identity, or if he was pretending to be, like I think we see him at the big fire and stuff, with the grand priest of the highest priest of the Red Order, but I don't think we actually ever learn his name before he tells Victarion he's Mokoro. I've always been kind of sketched that he's not actually Mokoro, that he's somebody else. He's much more in the Red Priest Order than he's claiming to be.
I've never made this connection. I don't know. I would need to dig into it a little further. That's pretty cool, though.
I'm trying to think, is there anybody who else has like a secret identity?
I'm starting to
I have,
refresh my memory here.
I have 11 remaining, by the way.
Oh my god! Oh my word!
Some of them are pretty niche.
Okay.
I'll start to, as you guys are poking, I'll start to throw out some of the more niche ones.
Dantos Hollard, does him being Florian count?
I don't think so.
I mean,
You want to say?
I think that's fine. Yeah, that's secret identity.
Dantos
Absolutely.
is pretending to be Florian. Sure.
It's kind of his code name, you know. It's like he's like code name Florian.
Yeah, we'll put that. Where's Sansa? Where did Sansa go? Yeah, we'll put that in here with her.
Do people faking their own deaths count?
Oh, for sure.
Reynold Westerling.
Seashell Knight, huh?
Reynold
Westerling. His body is never recovered after he jumps into the Green Fork, still alive.
Reynold
He
Westerling pretends to be a corpse.
Oh,
crossbow bolts, which made me kind of wonder. But if the phrase were lying about that crossbow bolting, yeah, he could easily be alive still.
Sure.
And Lem Lemon Cloak, by the way.
Don't we have Lem on here somewhere?
Yeah, we do have Lem. We do have Lem.
Oh,
yeah.
His real name, he could be Richard Lonmouth, though.
Yes.
Richard.
Aegar's squire, Richard Lonmouth. I've heard that theory before.
Is pretending to be Lem Lemon Cloak, who is pretending to be the Hound, who is also being pretended to be by Rourge. Is that off the screen?
Oh.
It sure is.
Did we ever pretend the Night of the Laughing Tree?
We did not. That's one of my remaining ones.
The Laughing Tree is not there.
Lyanna is pretending to be the Knight of the Laughing Tree.
So people think it might have been Howland.
We're gonna put it out here. We know
weirdly
that
enough, I think it probably was Lyanna, but Howland had been put forward too, as it actually really was him doing it or whatever, you know.
We know that some other fucking nerds think it was some other fucking people. Yep, so that's that one. What do you think of the Harpy?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, we don't.
That begs the question: is the Harpy a person? But the Harpy is certainly suspected to be a person.
An interesting question. We're gonna put it in the corner. We don't know at this point, but it's an interesting question. I have a Barristan on here.
Do we have Brown Bad Palm on here?
Arston Whitebeard. Yeah, he's Arston Whitebeard.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Barristan pretends to be Arston Whitebeard. Did I spell that right?
Oh no. Oh, good enough. Artisan Whitebeard. Artisanal Whitebeard.
Where's in the top right corner? We should also have Brown Band Plum.
Is there like some?
He might be a like Lord.
It's not like a secret. He goes around telling people that. I thought like
I have seen people who have suggested that he might be Bloodraven. Which is kind of
he might be like somebody other than who he like. He picked a pretty like.
I think there's a better chance that he's Dario. Okay. How crazy are we getting with this? Does the Titans bastard playing a mother's child count as something?
I would say none of the rest of mine are all that crazy.
Okay.
I have at least several that are like definitely canon. Some of them are a little niche. I'll keep throwing them out here. Not unrelated to the Harpy, a mysterious figure in Essos.
The Shrouded Lord for sure. What about the Valanquar?
Shrouded Lord. Ooh.
Garyon Lannister is the Shrouded Lord.
Oh, sure. All right, I'll give you the Garyon Lannister.
Oh, yeah, throw that one out there. But also, like, what about the Valanquar? There's several thoughts of who the Valanquar is, and if the Valanquar might be a thing.
The Valonqar is not quite a secret identity,
Yeah, would
though.
you describe the Valonqar as an identity? That's an interesting
Uh,
question.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody's going into a bar and saying, "Oh, call me Valonqar."
I think the Valonqar is as much of like an identity as like Frog. They just don't know that they like it's an identity for other people to identify them by. It's not one they identify themselves as.
Sure, we'll put it in the corner.
Like
Sure.
philosophically, I think the Valonqar is an identity.
It
Oh boy.
is in the same brain space as all this.
It's an
What about
interesting
Harry
question.
Strickland?
Harry Strickland. Are there theories about Harry Strickland being a different person?
Yes.
Oh my god.
What's the theory on Harry Strickland
You
being a
said
different
that so
person?
confidently.
There's some theories that he's actually like a much like deeper connected to the Martells. Basically, anything that's Cell Sword Company adjacent. Somebody has insisted it's part of Doran's plot.
Yeah, that
Because
the Sons were originally Oberyn's group. I think that's a fun one.
Second Sons are Oberyn's group. The Golden Company is working with any amount of different families in Westeros. Because the Stricklands, the Plums, and all that are super minor families. So it's exciting to think of them as somebody with more connections. I've heard both of these takes before.
I have 6 left. 6 remaining. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I have 5 left. 4 of which are either canon or very close to it. Yeah. One of them is from House of the Dragon.
Oh. Is this your lost sellsword theory?
No, but I will throw that in here. Spoilers for House of the Dragon. Spoilers for House of the Dragon. I'm about to spoil House of the Dragon. This is future House of the Dragon spoilers. Go away if you don't want them. Laenor Velaryon is pretending to be Black Trumbo.
Oh, okay.
So if we're gonna continue to spoil House of the Dragon, Rhaenyra Targaryen, spoilers, is pretending to be Princess Leia. Yeah, you didn't know Star Wars was connected, but
we haven't really touched on
the wonderful
this.
thing about Fire and Blood is that nobody's read it, so you can say anything confidently and people will believe it on the internet.
Here's an interesting question. Do we want to include the Lannister children pretending to be Baratheons?
Ooh, maybe.
Let's mention that, but we don't have space. We don't have space to put it down.
So what about Massaria being the White Worm? Is that one of your ones from the Dragon Show?
Oh no, but that's a good one. Mysaria is pretending to be the White Worm. And this is like canon for sure. Actually, you can come down here with the added stuff. No, my one from the Dragon Show was Jace, Luke, and Joffrey Velaryon pretending to be Valerians.
If you're doing that one, you got to include the Baratheon kids. They're basically the same thing.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna mention both of those camps. They are pretending to be Valerians, but they're not Valerians. And it's an interesting distinction between a secret identity and just like politics, you know? Because they are legally Valerians. They're not pretending to be anything.
It's biologically Valerian.
It's complicated.
Although, let me tell you about this one horse I owned.
I have 4 more. Everybody, take a stab, and if you don't get them, I will give you some hits.
Let's see.
Are all these from the books?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
One is in Cersei's story. somebody leaves Cersei's story and then
Does
Our
Mr.
good
Aemon-
friend out in the Stepstones.
absolutely correct.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is Waters, right? Arain Waters.
Yep.
Arian Waters is the Lord of Waters.
Does Maester Aemon count? Is Maester Aemon an identity for Aemon Targaryen?
Ooh, I hadn't really thought about that, but yeah, we'll put him down here next to like not too far away from Marwyn.
I mean, not most people seem to not know it. It does seem to be somewhat of a secret.
Yeah, he's certainly not advertising it.
Okay, let me think here.
Apparently, people think the Smiling Knight was somebody important before he went mad. Interesting. It was actually Maegor the Cruel. He didn't get killed by a chair. He just sort of went somewhere, lived for a very long time.
What do we think of up in Winterfell? Someone has a different identity from something that happened to them as a child.
Hodor.
Hodor.
Walder's Hodor.
Walder is pretending to be
Hodor is
Hodor.
under the impression he is Hodor.
Walder has become Hodor.
Okay, so
The Sailor's Wife.
Absolutely correct. That's one of the last ones.
Sailor's Wife. Holy shit.
Tysha.
Who is Taisha, maybe.
Pretending to be the Sailor's Wife. And that is the last of the not canon ones that I have, and I have one more canon one.
One more canon one, huh?
There's a Domeric Bolton is presumed to be alive.
Is it Ramsay Snow pretending to be Ramsay Bolton?
An interesting question, but no. It is someone relatively. It is a pair of individuals relatively early in Theon's arc. They are now dead.
Miller's Wolf.
Absolutely correct.
Oh, speaking of, Asha Greyjoy pretends to be the wife of a shipbuilder.
Oh shoot! Right, I forgot about that one.
What was that?
And then grabs her brother's dick.
Wait, what? Wait, what now?
You don't remember?
You don't remember the incestuous dick grabbing scene?
Wait, remind me of the scene. When was this?
When Theon goes back to the Iron Islands for the first time, and he meets the shipbuilder's wife.
Yes, and she pretends to be the ship. Okay. Sorry, for a second, it was so out there that like without the context of the name, I was like, "Is this a weird fan fiction?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's the George R. Martin story." George R. Martin stories are indistinguishable from like George R. Martin fanfics until you like get some context, and you're like, "Oh, wait, okay." You're not talking about.
You can say two random sentences about something that happens in the Song of Ice and Fire book.
Who is Asha
and
pretending to be?
You've got like 2 in 3 chance of being right.
Who is Asha? Who is Asha
pretending to be the shipwright's daughter?
The
wife, shipwright's wife.
Wife. Sorry, shipwright's wife.
Shipwright.
What the fuck was her name though? She had a name for herself though. Her name was.
Forget.
Her name was.
This is deep nerdy shit, you guys.
Oh Lord, what the hell was her name? I might have to look this up. I'm really I want to know what I want to know what her name was. It's probably will just randomly come to me, but
And that team is all that I have.
Pycelle is pretending to be a man who never had his manhood chopped off and fed to a goat.
Esgrid.
Perfect.
Esgrid. I couldn't remember it, but I did Google it.
Well, I have to do it now. Delete, please fill in. Boop, boop, boop. There's a hole. Boop, 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 boop. Please.
It's not a secret identity to protect somebody, but I would argue that Euron is the drowned god, because we get that passage where the drowned god's talking to him in his brain, and the drowned god's like, the true leader of the Ironborn is, and then Euron can't figure out who it is, so the drowned god can't figure out who it is either. So I would say Aaron's secret identity is the drowned god. That's just me.
Oh my god. Take a step back and look at what we've done.
I refuse to. I will not look at this mess.
Wow.
This is the MS Paint equivalent of when someone's like, "Do you know how to play 52 card pickup?" and they throw all the cards everywhere with paint and names.
I take that as a personal
I got
compliment.
one more official one, Tom, that's not on here.
What, really?
Yeah. Varamir Sixskins is a bird.
Oh, Varamir Sixskins is also Bump.
Varamir Sixskins is also a dog.
Yeah.
It's true, but he's also Bump because he killed Lump. He was Bump.
Is a lot.
It's a lot.
At least 6 skins.
So you want to know what's so fun about Varamir Sixskins? Everyone always asks the question of like who's the most badass warrior in Ice and Fire. I'm like, who would beat who if you threw who against who? Varamir Sixskins it always kills everybody. Yeah. No matter what. You mono throw any one person in the series against Varamir Sixskins, they will die. Varamir Sixskins is the most powerful in the series. It's powerful as it gets.
How dare you talk that way about Harma Dog's Head?
He's abusing D20 tactics. Everybody's flanking.
Harma Dog's Head's a badass. I'd throw Harma Dog's Head in against a series of A-tier characters and expect that she might come out alive. Like anybody B tier and below, I think Harma Dog's Head's taking that shit like for sure.
Man, what a fever dream this image is right here. Holy cow. It's hurting my eyes.
I need to get a drink.
Wow. This is our videos look like conspiracy theory boards, and Jesus Christ, is this the worst offender?
I mean, this is kind of a conspiracy theory board. Several of these names are skeptical at best.
All right, team. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this ridiculous little train here. I had a great time. Please go and subscribe to our random internet friend and also us if you want to. There's links to things in the Discord and in the description and other such words that humans speak. Zach, I'm tapping out. Take the outro, please.
I'm not even awake. I don't know what you expect from me.
Oh my god! All right, take the intro.
Remember to comment, subscribe, like. Don't subscribe, like, and comment. Everybody, if you prove you got to the end, to prove you got to the end of the video, literally go into the comments right now and just type out subscribe, like, no caps, no punctuation. Put it in there. We'll know who finished the video.
If you got
every time you leave a comment, we will plant one weirwood.
If you got to this part of the video, please go into the comments and get the lyrics of "Dancin' in September" by Earth, Wind and Fire, but everything that rhymes with member replace with member.
Oh my god.
Everybody in the comments,
suddenly you
slowly type.
Dancing with
Everybody in the comments, I believe in you. Slowly type out all the lyrics to "It's the End of the World as We Know It" by REM, one letter at a time.
That's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes, an aeroplane.
Lenny Bruce is not afraid.
Eye of a
hurricane. Listen to yourself turn.
Yeah. Now, do you mean one letter per comment? Like the entire lyrics, just one letter per comment? Just comment all of the lyrics, one letter at a time?
One letter per line. I want it to be a really long comment.
Okay, I was.
I think you gotta at least two other people comment before you're allowed another letter.
Yes.
Yeah, give me hundreds of comments. Take your favorite song, type it out in comments, one letter per comment.
Yeah, please.
Let's break the YouTube algorithm.
Let's do it like our Ouija board. Please leave a comment of only one letter and then comment on someone else's only one letter, and we'll see what words appear.
It's great. It starts with an earth. That's how far it's gonna get.
No,
That's
this is
great. It starts with an earth, wind, and fire.
Everyone only gets one letter per comment. You comment on someone else's letter, spell as many Ice and Fire character names as you can with secret identities. That's my actual challenge to the audience. If you can as a team, one letter at a time, comment chain secret identity names into the comment section. I will do one backflip that I will not tell you about.
Oh my god, it's like that scene from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They reach into a Scrabble bag and it spells out Quentin Martell is alive. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Goodbye.